Everybody take a turn towards me. Good morning, everybody. Hey. Who woke up this morning and it was still dark outside when you woke up? Yeah, I'm a DJ. That doesn't work for me. I'm usually up around noon, 1 o'clock-ish. But anyways, I want to say hello. My name is Steve. Everybody say hi, Steve. Thank you guys for being here this morning. It's been a couple of years since we've been back in person. We are so excited. Today is the 23rd annual Team Spirit Long Beach. 23 years. That's an amazing day for a lot of different reasons. Number one, we're all here together in person, and we're also here virtually. Everybody wave to the camera. And we're broadcasting on Facebook here right now. And whether you're a fighter, a survivor, a loved one, or both, or if you're honoring someone here today who fought with courage and strength, someone you will remember forever. This is why we are all here, all of us, right? We're here because we've all been touched by cancer one way or another, directly or indirectly. And we take comfort in coming together for this event to support one another and to make a difference. How do we make a difference? There are 3 ways. First, by raising awareness, encouraging women and men and have regular exams as recommended by your doctor. Number 2 or second, by sharing your story somewhere that gives someone else the strength and courage to reach out for help. And third, to raise money for cancer support programs at the Memorial Claire Todd Cancer Institute at Long Beach Medical Center. That's what makes this all happen. Your support here tonight, this support creates programs that would not be available to patients if they weren't for this philanthropy. Now we want to thank a couple of our big sponsors. First off, the Port of Long Beach. Let's give them a hand. First on Digital Therapeutics, Hologic, the Baker Family Foundation, Breast Imaging Radiology, Martin Final, and Genentech. You know the difference of a couple of years being back here? I need glasses now. Thank you for our kind sponsors, our in-kind partners for all the morning food. Right there, back there in the tent, we want to thank Bonds, Food Selects, Albertson, Sager Brothers, Grocery Outlet, Babette's Bakery, Cassidy Corner Cafe, and the Juice Lab. Let's give a big hand for them. And to our Team Spirit founders, Cheryl Adams, Yasmin Altuner, Stacey Baker, Catherine Banks, Kim Corbett, Wendy Curzine, Camille Daniels, Richard Daniels, Linda Elias, Molly Hickman, Jackie Jones, Tina Miller, Pamela Miller, and Aaron Rasigan. Let's give them a nice hand. And the TCI Advisory Board participants, Jenny Baxter, Lynn Pillsbury, Jane Latusky, Sue Barron, Lauren Miner, Jeannie Baker, and Doug and John Todd for donating, sponsoring, and walking. Let's give them a hand as well. And one of my favorite humans on this planet, let's please give a big round of applause to Dr. Virga, Dr. Vera, Dr. Rohanabad, Dr. C, Dr. Blitzer, and Dr. Chef. Thank you. And the magic behind the scenes to make all of this possible, the entire Intertwine team, Team Spirit co-chairs, Cindy Gotts and Guthrie Kumar. And our physician champion, obviously, Dr. Verga. A special shout out to our marketing team, Beatrice, Elizabeth, and Michelle, and the Memorial Carey Todd Cancer Institute, Alicia Weaver, Albert, Dan, Gabby Meza, and Lisa Portman for all of their incredible support. Let's give all of them a big round of applause. And now I'd like to introduce the man that doesn't need much of an introduction, but we're going to do it anyways, aren't we? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Dr. Verga. He's the medical director of psychosocial oncology at Memorial Carey Todd Cancer Institute and Long Beach Medical Center. Dr. Verga.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy that we are back on the beach. It is so wonderful to see you all here, and thank you very much for being with us even through those virtual events. So thank you very much. We're so grateful. And it is so wonderful to be among those wonderful professionals who work with us at the Todd Cancer Institute. And you will hear some of them who are much more eloquent than I am, and they don't have Polish accent. But most of all, thanks for all the patients, their families, and their friends who are showing up here, because this event is for you. So, and what we are doing here, we are first of all getting together because it's a community event. And at the same time, we want to increase awareness of all the possibilities and awareness of our Todd Cancer Institute and psychosocial oncology program that are available to all patients and their families, regardless of where they are receiving the cancer treatment. So wherever you are, you can receive psychosocial support at our institute. And what is psychosocial oncology? Psychosocial oncology or psychosocial oncology is addressing the spiritual, emotional, and psychological aspects of cancer. And they make difference in our experience of going through the disease. Because, you know, protocols for cancer treatment are very similar all over the world. But what makes a difference is the people that work with me. And thank you, all of you who work with us. And also thanks to the mentors who also help with us, the mentees. We create a huge community, and particularly thanks to Beat the Odds team that used to win, but this time Dr. Boras and Dr. Rehanabad's team is Beat the Odds. So congratulations. So, and thanks to Prosoma too, we are also expanding our reach because we have Living Well app that we are now testing at the Cancer Institute. It is based on BBL's program, so we are enrolling patients right now. Sorry. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here, and I have Dr. Vora, please come over and keep beating BBLs.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Keep it close. All right. I'm Dr. Jessica Rehanabad. I just want to say, even though our team is ahead of yours, we're all winners here. And we're all winners because Team Spirit Long Beach is here for our cancer patients to provide psychosocial and support services to all our patients that are undergoing treatment. To name a few, it supports nurse navigation, social work, peer mentorship, and also mind-body coaching. All of these services that are incredibly important for our cancer patients. The focus is on improving the quality of life and influencing outcomes. These are the services that address the human factor of your cancer experience, the emotional, the mental, that interpersonal and also spiritual aspect. That is very, very important, which sometimes gets neglected when we're focusing on our cancer treatment. At Memorial Care Todd Cancer Institute, we want to address all these important human needs through our philanthropically funded services, which are extremely vital, but unfortunately, they're not reimbursed by our insurance payers. We want to thank you. It's because of all of you participating in this event that makes it possible to provide these very important services to our patients. So thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you out on the road. Dr. Vora? Okay, hold on. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rehanabad. And now we wanted to ask Cynthia Howard to the stage. Oh, thank you very much. But you have ideas.
Howard, and I didn't know I was speaking till 2 seconds ago. Welcome. I'm so appreciative that everyone is here to support this great cause, Todd Cancer Institute, Memorial Care, Long Beach. I'm a 2-year cancer survivor. I had all my treatment from beginning to end and continuing on at Todd Cancer Institute. I just passed the 2 years, so it feels really good. And I have to say, from the minute I walked in the door to currently, I have had the best care that anyone could give, and it's in my own backyard. And so I couldn't be prouder of my dream team, of my family and my friends. I have had the most support and care that a girl could have, and the outcome has been good so far. And I'm just so grateful. I am now a mentor for the program. So the money that you're raising today and giving so generously goes to the best services for patients and their families. And there's nothing like it. And Dr. Rehanabad touched on all of the programs that are available, but one of them is we provide mentors. So if you have a friend or yourself are newly diagnosed, they will match you with someone that's been through a similar course that you're about to go through. And it's so helpful to have someone that knows how you're feeling. And then I'm volunteering at the center as well, only 4 hours a week, but it's so rewarding and I love it. And I love that place. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. I think you've done it better than with preparation. So thank you very much. Steve,
Thank you, Dr. Berger, everybody. And just breaking news here, we are excited to announce a $10,000 matching opportunity today for each dollar raised. Genentech is matching up to $10,000. Let's give them a hand. 10 grand, 10K, really. QR codes are available at the registration tables or check out at memorialcare.org/team spirit. Now we would like to invite to the stage Dr. Vora. All right, well, now we'd like to invite Dr. Vora to join us up here. My apologies.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Hey, everybody, good morning. I'm Nilesh Vora, Medical Director of the Todd Cancer Institute, and I just want to thank everybody for being here. It's so incredible to be back in person. As Dr. Berger said, as Dr. Rehanabad said, thank goodness for that. There's so many friends and so many people here who support Team Spirit and the Memorial Care Todd Cancer Institute, and I'm really grateful. But before we begin our walk or run, I'd like to take a moment to remember and reflect on a patient of mine who also occupies a very important spot in my heart as my friend, our Team Spirit champion, Susie Garrison. Susie was a powerful light, working every year that I can remember as one of the Team Spirit planners, essentially being the Swiss Army knife to this beautiful event. Many of you know Susie through her role with Women Guiding Women, helping to train peer mentors and connect them to newly diagnosed women experiencing breast and gynecological cancers. What I admired is how she was a tireless advocate for our cancer patients. Additionally, she revered this event. Susie would throw down the proverbial fundraising gauntlet and challenge Dr. Virga and his team to have to try and raise more money. She loved a good competition and a great cause, and her team was always in the top tier of fundraisers. It was just last year that Susie and Dr. Virga hosted the virtual versions of Team Spirit, walking the treadmills at Memorial Care Todd Cancer Institute, while encouraging everyone to donate and support the psychosocial program for our community. And it was just a few months ago that Susie's own walk on this earth came to an end, after having battled cancer with as much style and grace as I have ever seen. I will forever be proud of her 16-year journey, and I will be running this year in her honor. Just one more take about Team Spirit. The providers at Memorial Care Todd Cancer Institute believe that cancer is not just a physical journey, but a journey of the mind and spirit. We walk today to bring awareness to our important psychosocial program and to recognize its importance in cancer care. Our support programs are vital to helping patients navigate their journey with cancer. Your efforts through Team Spirit Long Beach will help us continue to offer these programs and strengthen them as our patient population grows. To close, this is our first Team Spirit without Susie physically present. And I want to honor her memory by wearing this shirt that she helped design and by making the 23rd annual Team Spirit 5K Cancer Walk a tribute to her drive, her determination, and her spirit. Let's get out there and make beautiful memories today. PCI rocks.
Thank you, Dr. Vora. Now I'd like to invite to the stage Jennifer Sibley, one of the awesome therapists here at Memorial Care Todd Cancer Institute. She's going to lead us in our rumor.
Okay, it's on. It's on. Okay, and I'm gonna invite Jay. We represent the physical therapy and lymphedema. We're gonna do a CPR. So we're gonna warm things up a little bit, do a little stretching, and then we can all go run or walk. All right, let's do a nice deep breath. Give yourself a little bit of space. A nice deep breath in. And then out. All right. And in. Nice. Now we're just gonna kind of good feeling thing is this. It's gonna be recurring here. We're just gonna march it out a little bit. Warm it up. March it. Around here. You got it. Other way. All right. You want to shimmy? Cut it out. After this song, we're gonna do a little stretching. The next one. Turn it. Other way. All right. So now we're gonna do a little bit of stretching. One side. Stretch here. Tap it out. And so when you bring it down and up. Down and up. Five. Alright. Thank you.
Thank Cameron Zimmer, everybody. Thank you so very much. Are you guys ready to walk? I can't hear you all. Are you ready to walk? All right, we want to start making everybody down to the starting line. Start now. We're gonna have 4 different ways, I believe it is. 4 ways. So make your way down there. I'm gonna call out the waves. If you can hear me, that's good. Have fun, walk well, be safe. Careful of the sand on the path. Make sure you're in a good spot. We'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Once you make your way down to the starting line, we are going to count you off here in just a moment. All right, first wave, ready, set, go.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Through the morning sun. The power's turned on. It will be said. I'll my fight song. And I don't really care. Nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm shaking sleep. Everybody's worried.
All right, we are inviting the second wave to start your walk. We'll see you back here in a little bit.
2 years I'm missing the fire burning in my bones. So believe, yeah, so believe. You know about can you hear my voice? This time this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Through the morning like a small boat on the ocean, sending into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I was screaming loud tonight. Can you hear my voice? This time this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Through the morning sun. The power's turned on. I'll be sad.
All right, wave number 3, you guys are starting. We'll see you back.
Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. 2 years I'm missing the fire burning in my bones. So believe, yeah, so believe. You know about
All right, our fourth and the best wave there is. You guys are on your way. We'll see you back here. You knock me off of my feet. You knock me off my feet. My lonely days are gone. My lonely days are gone. Come on, girl.
in my cardigan. And my in. And the game. Well, in the second tab, everybody's looking at me now. You gotta be from out of town. Oh,
My life is a minute left of every song. We are out. I never just play the whole song. My wife doesn't, she knows only 3 minutes of any song.
And then we need this. It's live, always live.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Long Beach and welcome to the 23rd annual Team Spirit 5K walk for psychosocial oncology services at Todd Cancer. Psychosocial oncology is a fancy word for adult cancer support services. And I have with me Dr. Mariusz Virga, who is our medical director for the psychosocial oncology services at Todd Cancer. Dr. Virga, you're going to tell us a little bit this morning, not only about what this walk supports, the cancer support services that we offer at Todd Cancer, but you're also going to talk about our wonderful, wonderful donor, Eric.
Yes, so thank you very much, Randolph, for introducing me and introducing psychosocial services, and particularly mentioning Eric Skolnick. Eric is walking in memory of his wife, Imelda, who was a patient at the Todd Cancer Institute. And Eric has been really a great fundraiser. So individually, he's beating everybody.
Oh, wow. Again this year.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
again this year. And it is not that he has some deep pockets or sponsors with deep pockets. He simply has a lot of people behind him. And friends of his and Imelda's friends
Oh,
who are
beautiful.
so generously opening their hearts and pockets to support our services. So we are grateful to Eric. We always hold his wife Imelda in warm memory.
I take it Imelda was part of your program, your survivorship program, Beat the Odds?
Actually, I met Imelda, unfortunately, on the
Near the
last
end.
weeks
Mhm.
of her life, and so she did not participate in my program, BDLs, but she participated in other psychosocial oncology programs.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you, because we have so many psychosocial programs there. We have support groups, we have over the phone peer mentors who offer over the phone support for breast and gynecologic cancer survivors. We have social workers who can help with one-on-one or family short-term counseling, as well as help with insurance issues if that's what the patient and the family need. So I'm glad that Eric and Imelda also could have you with Imelda in the last days of her life, because you bring everything that you teach in Beat the Odds to your patients at the bedside. And it's an amazing resource that we have for patients and their families to have you there.
Thank you very much for your kind words. But it is the team. It is a teamwork, and this team needs your support. So.
So first of all, I just wanted to let everyone know, we're going to welcome Liz Acord, but also Genentech again this year, wonderful company Genentech, is putting out a, encouraging you all because they have a $10,000 challenge. So we're hoping to raise an additional $10,000 today to match Genentech's wonderful donation. So I encourage you to please continue donating today, because as we raise 10,000, then they will match it. Okay, and then I'd like to welcome Liz Acord. I thought Liz was just a dance gal, because she was just dancing, but she also happens to be the VP of Memorial Care's oncology programs for all our campuses. Liz?
Hi, everyone. I'm Liz Acord. I am out here this morning at Team Spirit, raising money for these incredible programs in supportive care services led by Dr. Virga and our team here at Todd Cancer Institute in Long Beach. It is a program that is near and dear to my heart. I live in Long Beach. I moved here several years ago, just before COVID. And when I came, I immediately referred a friend here who had the most incredible experience. I've told her story at a couple of the other walks.
Please tell it again.
Oh,
Please tell it again. I haven't heard it. That's a wonderful story. Liz, we have time.
Oh, we have time. We have time. time. We have time.
Yes.
So a friend of mine who's near and dear to my heart, a young woman who was diagnosed with cancer, and they weren't sure what her diagnosis was, and she went to several different hospitals. It was suggested to her that she only had 6 months to live. She was a single mom, and you can imagine how that might feel, wondering what will happen to your child if something happens to you. I referred her over to the Todd Cancer Institute, where she was taken care of, not just treated for her cancer, but as a whole person, supported throughout the entire process. And she is very alive and well today and in remission. And since that happened, I have referred more of my personal friends to Todd Cancer Institute and to Dr. Virga's program than I can count on my fingers and toes. So it's not just professional for me, it's personal here today. And because of the impact that this program has on our entire community, I would like to kick off the donations for the Genentech match with a $2,000 donation of my own. So I hope you all will join me and donate as well to continue helping our community in this incredible way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're so wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Walk
Thank you.
to walk.
Thank you very much. It is incredible to be working with people with such generous hearts and wonderful minds, and you could see. So
Dr. Virga just in. Thank you. Kevin Peterson just donated $5,000 to match the Genentech challenge. So Kevin Peterson, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for spending your money with us. It is such a great vote of confidence to have Liz donating $2,000 this morning and Kevin Peterson $5,000. Thank you so much. I'm Randall Snyder. I co-manage the mentor program, the peer mentor program, but it's one of many programs, support programs at Todd Cancer, including Beat the Odds, which is a 10-week survivorship program that Dr. Virga offers in the evenings, and wonderful Erin Somerville, our life oncology coach, she offers the Beat the Odds programs during the daytime. So we have a daytime and a nighttime Beat the Odds program. And Dr. Virga has something he just must tell us.
not really, I just wanted to hold the phone. So,
That's good.
so one of the very important things is that Team Spirit really allows us to raise funds to start new programs. And Team Spirit was started by breast and gynecologic cancer patients. Yes, it was breast and ovarian primarily initially, because they got excellent medical help at Todd Cancer Institute. But what was lacking exactly was psychosocial oncology programs. And it was year 2000 when they first did the first one. And since then, Team Spirit has raised millions of dollars.
And we so appreciate it. And the patients tell us they appreciate it.
And you see, and the first social workers that we were able to hire were, well, the first social worker and the second, and initially the funding was coming from Team Spirit. Then the first nurse navigator was funded by Team Spirit. And exactly, and Somerville's position as mind-body oncology coach, her position was initially funded by Team Spirit. So Team Spirit has been funding and supporting our programs for a long time. So we are really coming, it is incredible that, but it is not just about fundraising, because it is a community. It is a community that comes together and a community that supports each other. Who is working with us? These are primarily patients, their families, and their friends, as well as professionals who support them. It is incredible that we all come together, and all disciplines are represented here. And Randall here is co-director or co-manager of mentorship program. Would you tell us a little bit about our mentorship program?
Sure. Thank you.
Because it is one of the largest mentorship programs in the nation. So.
For breast and gynecologic cancer survivors. So a lot of times our referrals for patients come through our clinical staff, meaning our social workers, nurse practitioners, and doctors. But also new patients can call us directly. And I'm going to give you that number, but it's 562-933-7815. Again, 562-933-7815. That's my direct line. So a patient, I would talk to a new patient and learn about their diagnosis and treatments, the treatment plan, and then we would match them with a survivor who we've trained to offer over the phone support. And when we match, I really do mean that. It's a close match. It would be based on similar diagnosis and treatments, and probably age, and maybe if you have kids or not, certain types of chemotherapy. You know, we try to match as closely as possible. We have over 100 breast and gynecologic cancer mentors. So again, that number, my direct line, 562-933-7815. We have a number of mentors walking here today. And I also want to do a shout out that we're walking today in honor of Susie Garrison, as you might have heard earlier, who was a staff person at Todd Cancer and a huge champion of team spirit for many, many years, 16 years. She worked at the foundation at the hospital helping run Team Spirit, and then she came over to the mentor program and helped me manage that program for 8 years. It was just a wonderful collaboration. And my point is, in telling you this, Susie often credited her tenacity and fierceness making it through many years of treatments to the Beat the Odds program, which Dr. Virga and Aaron lead. So again, that's the 10-session survivorship program that's open not only to patients, but also to their loved one. You can bring a loved one, a family member or a friend, whoever you want, to the classes. 10 sessions, and those are still virtual. All of our support right now is still virtual, online or over the phone. Also, the mentor program open to anyone from anywhere in the United States. Same with Beat the Odds and our many other support groups. We have support groups at Todd Cancer for all kinds of cancer, all primary diagnosis. We also even have a spouse support group for bereaved spouses. Really, we've got a little bit of everything. And if we don't happen to offer it, we know people who do and can refer you there. Are we going to be able to talk to Dr. Sheth today, or is that not happening?
So we are hoping that he's going to join us.
Because we love Dr. Sheth, so we hope.
We love Dr. Sheth. Yes. And we are just going to connect with Dr. Sheth
Oh, wonderful.
in a moment. And so one good part of that came out from the pandemic is that we learned how to manage this broadcasts and live streams, and Dr. Sheth is walking with us in Arizona. So welcome, Dr. Sheth, and I hope you are doing well over there.
Yeah, we're doing fine. We're out and about walking. We have a group of about 15 people. If you can see them.
Can you turn on your video?
You know what? I cannot. It seems you have to allow me to turn on the camera.
That's okay. We can hear you, Dr. Sheth. Dr. Sheth, it's Randall Snyder. Good morning from Arizona.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes.
Please tell everyone who might not have the lovely benefit of working with you like Dr. Virga and I do, what is your specialty role at Todd Cancer?
So I'm a oncologist, medical oncologist over at the Cancer Center. We are essentially the chemotherapy doctors, and we help to diagnose patients, stage patients, treat patients, and we also become the specialist that helps to orchestrate all the sequence of treatments with collaborations with our surgical oncologists and radiation oncologists, etc.
Wonderful.
That is wonderful. And I wanted to ask you a little bit about, because this event is not just a community event, but it's also awareness event. And recently our screening ages changed for different cancers.
Right.
So for example, we do colonoscopy since the age of 45, for example. So if you could say a few words about the updated times and importance of those screening programs, because prevention is the ounce of prevention is much better than a ton of treatment. So
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Verga. That's a very important information that I think should be made aware to everybody, that screening is the key to help in diagnosing cancer early and in ensuring the best outcomes when it comes to having a cancer diagnosis. It's of course a very scary thing to think about, but that should not persuade us to not stay attentive to our own health. And so screening programs work. We have best success when, again, cancers are diagnosed early. So very important. And in regards to colon cancer specifically, the screening age has changed so that now patients who are 45 years of age are eligible to be screened for colon cancer, irrespective of any kind of family history or genetic syndrome. If you're 45 years or older, then you are eligible for having colon cancer screening. And colon cancer screening, I should also say, is not just with colonoscopies. I think that might be another deterrent for patients to have colon cancer screening done. But there are other non-invasive ways now to also screen for colon cancer. Patients just need to discuss that with their physicians.
Oh, may I just interrupt you? So there are other possibilities of screening, but could you, and I know that people may jump on the opportunity, but there is something unique about the colonoscopy that other less invasive procedures are not offering.
So colonoscopy, so colonoscopies, of course, are considered the gold standard when it comes to colon cancer screening, because you have that direct visualization. But
and also
there are,
right? Because what is great about colonoscopy, they can remove polyps that could become cancerous in the future, right?
absolutely right. So if there's polyps that are visualized, then during the time of a colonoscopy, it can be removed, right? And those polyps may not necessarily be cancerous, but it has the potential of turning into cancer. And that's why we would always want to remove the polyps. So there are advantages to doing a colonoscopy, for which, again, certain patients should absolutely explore. But if there were other reasons why patients were not interested in doing colonoscopy, at least for the purpose of colon cancer screening, yes, there are other alternatives.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Sheff, for talking about that and sharing the new 45-year-old guideline for colonoscopies. And I don't know if you've heard, but there's a new program called Lead from Behind for colon cancer. I think it's a cute play on words. And it is all about getting 45 and older screened with colonoscopies. So
Fantastic.
Dr. Sheff, could you talk just a minute more? Can you stay on for a few more minutes for us?
I sure can. Yes, I wish.
Thank you.
There's no way for you to turn on my camera, huh?
I wish, but
Oh,
I'm sorry we don't have the benefit of seeing your lovely face.
yeah.
But you may mention something about others quickly.
So
Other cancer screening.
that's exactly. Dr. Sheff, you are kind enough in November to do an online educational event for us. That's one of the, our educational events are supported by Team Spirit. And you are kind enough to do one in November about prostate cancer. So could you tell us a little bit about that screening process?
So prostate cancer is a bit more difficult in the sense that There was a screening tool that was being utilized called the PSA, prostate specific antigen, which is a blood test and was being used as a screening modality. But what happened is that we were diagnosing many patients, of course, with prostate cancer, many of whom were then going on to receive treatments that were not necessarily needed.
I see.
Patients may or may not know that, prostate cancer is a common cancer diagnosis, but it's also a cancer that's very slow growing for many patients and doesn't really impact their lives in any way. And so not every patient therefore needs to be treated with prostate cancer. And so
Right.
as a result of what happened with that, the guidelines now are such that there is no formal screening for prostate cancer. And
Okay.
so I think it's important for men to be aware and to understand that some of what the earliest signs of prostate cancer are, so that they can help in the expedited diagnosis of their prostate cancer, since again, there's no formal screening that's being recommended.
So what are some of those symptoms? Because of course it's going to, half the population has a prostate, we hope. So tell us,
Right.
what are the symptoms that they need to be looking for?
So symptoms that I would counsel patients to be aware about would be things such as a change to the urinary pattern. So changes to their flow, their stream, their ability
Okay.
to empty out the bladder completely. Any blood in the urine should be another concerning sign and should be checked out. Any pelvic pain would be another reason to
Right.
also
Right.
bring this up to the attention of their
Okay, very good.
to their physician. Other symptoms though that can occur as well: bone pain, new onset bone pain that's out of the ordinary. That too should be a red flag. And then certainly if a patient has a strong family history of prostate cancer, then again, let your physician know that.
So good, Dr. Sheth. I really appreciate you taking the time to explain those symptoms, because we really want people to know their bodies. And if there's just, any changes, like Dr. Sheth was saying, come in and speak to your doctor. It is so much better, easier, better outcomes when the cancer is diagnosed early. Correct, Dr. Sheth?
That's absolutely right.
Thank you so much for joining us from Arizona.
Thank you.
So good of you. And thank your family also for us. Let us take you away for a few moments. We really appreciate your time. And as always,
No problem at all. Thank you both. I love being a part of this. The psychosocial department and Dr. Virga and his whole program is so instrumental and beneficial for our cancer patients. I cannot speak enough about all the goods that you guys have done for the patients in our cancer center. So thank you to you as well, and have fun.
We're gonna go walk. Thank you so
All right,
much.
let's do it. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sheth. It is such a pleasure to work with such wonderful people as you. So you are a great team. And of course, there are other screening programs, and I may mention them later on. We would like to connect Rob Gonzalez, who is the CEO of the foundation that allows us to really collect this money, and all those donations are tax deductible because we this is a nonprofit, and actually our hospital is nonprofit. So, but it is a separate thing from our foundation. So, Rob, can you hear you?
You hear Rob? Maybe you just need to
There's not-
unmute. There
Hi
you
there.
are.
Hey,
Hi,
Hello.
Rob.
hi.
Are you
So-
walking?
I am walking, and
Thank
Do you have your camera on because we would like you to see your smile
Because
and
Well,
your
if
team?
we're getting tired of
has
looking
to
at
turn
each
my
other. We'd
camera
love to see you, Rob.
it's nice to see you guys. And I've got my team here behind me. If the host wants to turn my camera on, I can.
Okay,
My team here.
AJ, turn that camera.
You can hear them.
Thank you for putting up with us through the behind the scenes audio visual connection. We are just so happy to be back in person this year. Look at that view. That's wonderful of the water here at Long Beach. It's beautiful.
So Rob, I'm sorry. They tell me that you are allowed to share your camera, but for whatever reason, we don't see you.
Oh, gosh.
There we go. All right.
Yes.
See me there?
Yeah. All right. Wow.
On.
And team. How many do you have on your team, Rob?
They're
Oh,
scattered
wonderful.
about, but
Oh, beautiful.
about 10 or so. We got people
Cool.
from the foundation board. There's Lynn Pillsbury right there.
Hi, Lynn.
Oh, wow.
And we got staff from the foundation. There's Wayne Herron, executive director for the adult hospital, and Candace Wood, and
Oh, Candace.
Terry,
So glad you're back. Thank you.
and
Candace
Yeah,
and
we're
I
so-
connected just the other day because she, not only is she out there walking with you and helping at the foundation, she was actually even delivering water for the event.
Yeah.
Thank you, Candace. Thank you for being so involved, Rob.
And Rob, could you tell us a little bit about the importance of philanthropy?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first of all, Dr. Verga, Cindy, Lisa, Dr. Vora, all you guys at TCI, we couldn't be more grateful for the amazing work that you do, and also the effort you make to grow philanthropic support, which is so important for your program and the whole hospital. And so we at the foundation, our job is to work with a lot of former patients, but community leaders and foundations and other people who support wonderful organizations like TCI, as well as the other great specialties and award-winning specialties all across our hospitals. And so people will make estate plans and put us in their will or establish plan gifts to help the hospitals, or make cash gifts or gifts of property. And our job in the foundation is to work with individuals as well as corporations and foundations to help them with that, and then to steward and invest the funds and make sure they're deployed at the hospital for the best use to help our patients and help our physicians and nurses continue to provide extraordinary care. Dr. Vora, as you know, the cost of care is very expensive, and a lot of our patients come from very low-income families. 60% about of our patients across the hospitals, both hospitals, are on Medi-Cal. And the hospital invests to help them receive the best care and the most advanced care possible, just like those who are able to pay full price, and that's expensive. The hospital gives back $100 million a year in community benefits and provides about 10 to 12 million a year in charity care. So we work with folks to help with that, as well as help ensure that the latest technology, the best equipment, and the most innovative care is available as well. And also attracting great doctors like those at TCI and across both hospitals. Is that more than you wanted to hear? You got
No, that is perfect. Thank you very much. We need to know that, and we appreciate the help that we are getting from the foundation to really organize this program. So, we will. I want to introduce you to. Maybe you could say a few words about yourself, and I will tell us.
Okay. Today, I'm Cindy Goss. I am the Director of Business Operations for the Todd Cancer Institute, as well as the co-chair of this amazing event for the last 7 years. And it is truly a passion project. And I am actually happy to announce that progress to our $10,000 match, we're at $89.62. So help us get there by raising a few thousand more dollars, so we can not only meet it, but exceed it, and really do our survivors, our patients, and their families proud.
I drive in at 710.
I have been a survivor for, I'm 19 years and counting, so I would say I'm thriving. So, so thank you to all of my folks here at the TCI, because this is where I got my treatment, and I just really believe in our program. And thank you for joining us today. So
Thank you so much.
so much.
So let me tell you, this event would not be happening without Cindy. So that is true, absolutely true.
Without both of you. So
And,
true.
no, but really,
I
really,
know.
I know inside work, so I know who's doing the work. So thank you very much.
And right now, I'd like to thank you, Cindy, for making time for that. And right now, I'd like to invite up Corinne Gartoff, who is not only one of our longtime mentors, there's Corinne, but also Corinne has organized a special group of volunteers who are cheering us on. Corinne, do
Okay,
you
guys,
want
big cheer. We're on.
Yes, my name's Corinne, and I work at Long Beach State in the athletics department, and we have representatives from our beach volleyball team and our women's water polo team here cheering on all of our walkers and supporting Long Beach Memorial and Todd Cancer Institute. Of course, Team Spirit is always one of my favorite races of the year. I was diagnosed at age 34. I've been a survivor for, what is that? Gosh, 15 years. I can't even think. And also living with metastatic cancer for the last 5 years right now. My treatment's going well, and I consider myself thriving, and it's really because of programs like this. So thank you so much. Make sure you donate, get out there, and make sure that we keep Long Beach going strong. Go Beach.
Go Beach. And Corinne, tell folks who are virtual also about the special tickets that you have available to the women's athletics.
Yes, please. So Long Beach State is offering 2 tickets to our pink games. We have one on October 7th against, I don't have them here. 2 games to our women's volleyball versus, oh gosh, I don't even have it here.
That's
It's so
okay.
terrible.
Volleyball and also
Volleyball and our soccer game. The information will all be posted online for everybody, but 2 tickets to our volleyball, 2 free tickets to our women's volleyball game on October 7th, and 2 free tickets to a soccer game on October 16th. Check it out. There are pink games. We're going to be celebrating our survivors, thrivers, caretakers, caregivers, our responders, and just the community. And for those that will be honoring those that have come before us.
beautiful. Look, she ad-libbed all of that. Amazing, Go Beach. Thank you so much, Corinne.
Thank you very much so much.
Dr. Vora, you want to come up and speak for a moment again? Dr. Vora just ran the race.
I apologize for the sweaty appearance.
We love that.
Hi everyone. Good to see everybody. The run was great. The run was more spectacular every single time because you just run for such a purpose, right? There's so many people out there, providers, patients, caregivers, support system that are trying to lift you up and trying to lift patients up. And I'm just proud to be part of this team spirit. I feel like it gives me purpose. It reminds me of really why we're out here, living. We all have an incredible journey that starts from the day we're born and keeps going until we're off this earth. And I think during this journey, you got to find purpose. And this walk reminds me of my purpose. So I think Dr. Virga, I think Team Spirit, it just gives me a chance to reset. I think speaking of purpose and resetting, I should say something about cancer.
Yes.
And what we're doing.
So what I wanted to emphasize that I'm European, so I can see how many people smoke in Europe.
Yeah.
And how few people smoke in California in comparison.
Right.
So we really make huge progress in prevention of cancer. But for those who smoke, it was 25 years. How is it now? It is.
So I think we're the idea of screening for lung cancer. A very sobering statistic is that at our institution, 40% of colon cancer patients and lung cancer patients are diagnosed with stage 4 disease, with metastatic disease. And that's a really high percentage. Those are patients who, you know, have some sort of timeline with that diagnosis, and it's hard to cure in the metastatic setting. So the importance and emphasis comes on screening. And for lung cancer, you know, we have a really great way to screen for lung cancer. If you're a smoker or a previous smoker and you have a 15-pack year history and your age between the ages of 55 and 70, a lung cancer low dose CT scan screening for lung cancer has shown to reduce mortality by 20%. That means 1 out of 5 people would have their life saved if they got a yearly CT scan. And it's, I mean, when you look at numbers like that, you think about how effective that is, more effective than mammograms, more effective than colonoscopies. And yet, you know, so many patients who fit that criteria haven't been referred for that screening CT scan. So if you know somebody who's a smoker, if you are a smoker, please, please, please emphasize the importance of getting that yearly CT scan.
Oh, we're smokers, right?
Or a previous smoker. Yeah, previous smoker, current smoker, any of that. If you have that history, speak to your doctors. The importance, you know, of colonoscopies. I think Dr. Sheth said a little something about that beforehand, but I want to re-emphasize that 45 years of age, get a screening colonoscopy. We can fix cancer, but we just have to take the right steps, right? We can cure this awful disease, and we can, you know, enhance life and make purposes and missions better. So help me, help our institution, help Team Spirit. This is such a powerful, powerful movement, and I really want to throw that message out to everybody out there.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vora. Once again, Dr. Vora is the medical director of Todd Cancer Institute Oncology. So we are so happy to have you with us.
Yeah.
Every year.
I promise every year I will be here supporting my people.
And also, you initiated a wonderful nonprofit too, right? The Bucket List Project. Maybe you could say a few words about it.
Sure. You know, there came a time when we realized that certain patients are going through this journey and they are fixated on their scans and their labs, and they're missing out on the fact that even though we're extending their life and improving the quality of their life, they're supposed to live during that time period. And so we made a really important charity called the Bucket List Project. And I asked patients to make lists of things they want to get done before they kick the proverbial bucket. And then we found such wonderful people in our community to help make those wishes come true. It's like Make-A-Wish, but for adults. And it brings me, again, a lot of purpose and a lot of joy to be able to make a difference in patients' lives, to create memories that will last on forever. And so I'm really proud of that charity, and I appreciate Dr. Verga's opportunity for me to say a little something about it. And again, one last thing, I want to put a shout out to all the patients out there who are the true heroes. The true reasons why we're running and walking today is because they may have gotten a diagnosis of something awful and they didn't go home and hide. They've come out, they've put their boxing gloves on. I always talk about boxing gloves, and they come out and they fight the good fight to try and make their lives better. And so to my Emily's and my Rihanna's and my Susie's and everyone else out there, I love all of you, and just keep doing what you're doing. All right. And one quick shout out from my daughter who just finished the race. Congratulations, Alina, your first 5K.
Thank you very much, Alina. And we have a great thing, because we have already raised $9,000 already, and so it's going to be matched. So we already have $18,000 just through this during this race and during this broadcast. So this is great.
9,000 out of the 10,000 that we need for the Genentech match. Please, another 10,000, another 1,000 more to match the Genentech challenge.
And any amount counts. So we are hoping that you are going to join us. And how you can pay, just go to memorialcare.org/Team Spirit. Memorialcare.org/Team Spirit. That is where you can donate. And we hope that we can get there. And I wanted to do a shout out to Stacy. Can you connect with us right now?
Stacy Bion, nurse practitioner. Stacy, are you
Good morning.
on? There you
I
are.
think so. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good morning.
Stacy
Good morning.
just arrived back from international travel yesterday, and here she is walking. And look,
Yes, I don't know about that, but thank you.
while you walk,
Thank you.
And, what kind of patients do you see, Stacy, in the clinics?
Well, I'm very lucky to be one of 5 nurse practitioners, and I focus on lung cancer as well as the hematology malignancies. And so that's just been a real blessing for me. And I just wanted to think out
Stacy, you're breaking up a bit.
perspective as far as, oh, okay. Maybe if I stand still. Coming coming from nursing and being with the nurses in infusion clinics and the nurses on the wards, you know, we're the ones that see the patients and spend a lot of time with them. And it really shows how much the support that they get from all of these services, what a real difference it makes. Of course, they're there for their medical treatment, and that is, you know, beyond measure, you know, the best of the best. But the support that we can offer them really, really, truly makes a difference. And so I'm proud to be part of that, and proud to be part of the team. So I didn't quite make it down there to the beach today, but I'm close to my own beach here in Seal. And
beautiful.
So
Getting some fresh air just as you get off
yes.
the plane.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stacey. Thank you.
Thanks.
And Dr. Virga is gonna, with the first wave and maybe even the second wave of walkers is back. So we're gonna wrap up here with Dr. Virga.
Thank you very much, Stacy. That is such a wonderful thing to work with such beautiful people. Yes, it looks like everybody is coming to the finish line already. So we will be closing. It is incredible. Maybe because it was not so hot, so everybody's walking so fast. So once again, we wanted to share the memory of Susie Garrison, who has been such a important person in our lives as a friend, as a colleague, and as a patient. Yes, she was reaching out for help. She was looking for any way that she could find to help herself. So we will be fundraising to all months of October, which is also Breast Cancer Month. So we want to remind people about mammography as a screening module. So please don't delay and get screened. One important thing is that people may not be aware of. In the United States, 68% of the 20 most common cancers is cured, regardless how advanced they were at the time of diagnosis. 68%. So, but you need to come and get treated. So yes, we strongly urge you to come and come with us. So I would like to, I'm coming down to Randall and Sandy, and we will be closing this event right now. But again, the fundraising continues. And look behind us.
For the whole month.
And look behind us. You can see beautiful the beach, Long Beach, downtown Long Beach, and this is one of the greatest ports in Long Beach. And here's Steve. Steve, thank you very much for providing your energy and music. Great, for so many years. How many years? Yes, yes. Thank you very much. And thanks to Intertwine and Megan. I wish that she was here, but
She's down in the finish line.
she's at the finish.
And our fundraising currently is at 146,000.9. So we are almost there for our 10K match. So thank you for helping us get there. But let's keep fundraising because our overall goal is 250. So thank you.
We want to raise this year $250,000. So please help us
Throughout October.
throughout October and between us. Yeah, we will continue to collect money anytime.